Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin and you are watching That Christian Vlogger. On today's episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about pride, but before I do that, I wanted to share with you guys two very exciting updates. The first update is an update on the 12 mission trips in 12 months throughout 2018 vision that I shared with you guys earlier. I mentioned on my latest vlog when Emily and I were in Nova Scotia that we were likely going to be partnering with a Canadian organization to serve in Kenya for a couple of weeks. Well, that specific trip is still under development, but I am excited to share with you guys that Emily and I will be able to go to Haiti in January. Emily's brother runs a pretty cool apparel business that employs a bunch of locals in Haiti. His company pays them really well, and then they helped create sustainable clothing from recyclable materials. So as we get closer to it, I'll be sharing with you guys more info about the trip, but definitely stay tuned because we're really excited about it. The second update is that a couple of days ago, I finally launched my website, and in order to celebrate, I'll be giving away a free mini course with 10 tips on how to study the Bible more effectively for yourself. So if you haven't already signed up for that, go ahead and head over to thatchristianvlogger.com to get it for free. We've already been getting some pretty great feedback on the videos, and I think that you guys really are going to enjoy it all. Okay, enough with the updates, let's move on to the subject for today. Over the last couple of days, I've had a couple people actually reach out to me for my perspective on pride. The challenge being success on one hand and pride on the other hand. So how can I strive for greatness? How can I strive for success, whether that's success in my school or my work or my relationships or whatever? How can I strive for success and achieve success without actually letting it get to my head? And to me, the answer simply is attitude. To my understanding, pride actually isn't really all that negative of a thing. It's kind of a neutral thing. Paul describes how we can actually have pride in our own work and in what other people are doing. Pride isn't necessarily evil, it's simply just a recognition of what God is doing in the life of yourself and in the life of other people. However, where pride does go wrong is when our attitude about our success shifts and when we have an unhealthy relationship with our successes. Pride for me has always been something that I've wrestled with. When I was much younger, it was, during my piano recitals or during my sports game, because I would get this sense or this feeling that I was, better than the other people, especially if I performed really well. But as I grew older, then it would be when I got good grades or when I got invited to the popular parties. It would make me feel good inside, and I would feel like the only reason that I was successful was because I had worked super hard and because I was intelligent or whatever. I derived my self-worth from these things, and it caused me to have an overinflated ego. And most recently, the areas that I currently struggle with pride the most, the areas that I have to deal with the most, is in the area of my career. The temptation is to feel like the more people that follow or like my posts, the more people that watch my videos or whatever the case is, therefore the more valuable or the more, useful that I am to the world. And of course, this is just all foolishness. This isn't how God's kingdom works at all, and this isn't how God defines you and me. The Bible speaks over and over and over about the foolishness of pride. Pride is actually one of the 7 things that the Lord hates according to Proverbs. It said twice that God actually opposes the proud people and gives grace to the humble. And perhaps most famously of all, who can forget that pride goes before the fall? So clearly pride is something that we really should be careful with. So then how do we combat pride? How do we still strive for greatness and not become proud people? To me, I try to focus on my why. That is, why do I strive for success? Ever since I've committed my life to Christ, my why has drastically changed. Whereas before I would strive for greatness so that I could feel great or that I could even feel better than other people, today, it's a very different story. Today, I still strive for greatness. Today, I still strive to do my best, but not for myself. I strive for greatness to bring glory to God. Because if you think about it, what actually brings God more glory? Someone who happens to hide their talents under the ground? Someone who hides their light from their friends and family out of a fear of judgment? Or could it be that God is actually most glorified when I step into who He has created me to be? Could it be that God is glorified most when I grow and develop my talents, when I throw my entire being into a project and then I recognize that because of Him that I'm actually able to be successful and accomplish anything? Pride, by definition, is the feeling of pleasure or satisfaction from one's own achievements. And it really is easy in the process of seeking greatness, in the process of seeking to do your best, to fall into this trap to allow pride to get to your head. But that's not why I do it. That's not why I strive for greatness, or at least not anymore. I strive for greatness, and I strive for influence for Christ. My goal is to lift him up and to make him known, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do here on this channel. This is where I get my sense of pleasure or my sense of satisfaction from. This is what I take pride in most, making Jesus known. Until next time, guys, I'm That Christian Vlogger, and I want to encourage you to experience faith in the first person. God bless.